Welcome to Hypnosis Health Info. I'm Roger. There's been a lot of chatter on TV, on the radio, online about hypertension and some new studies and reports that have come out about that. And I thought it was a perfect opportunity to talk with you a little bit about using self-hypnosis and hypnotherapy to manage stress and to manage hypertension. And here's a report from WebMD dated February 22nd of 2010. It's the Institute of Medicine issues call to action for fighting high blood pressure. And it says that U.S. is neglecting hypertension. 1 out of 3 American adults has high blood pressure or hypertension. 1 of every 6 American adults will die from complications related to hypertension, such as heart attack, stroke, and kidney failure, making it a leading cause for death in this country. Yet, according to a new report from the Institute of Medicine, hypertension is a neglected disease. Millions of Americans live with, and die from hypertension. Last year, hypertension cost the healthcare system, directly and indirectly, more than $73 billion. Yet, prevention efforts are woefully underfunded. Here's something interesting. It says if you live long enough in this country, you are almost guaranteed to get hypertension. That's not true across the world. Environment explains why we are so at risk. And the reality is that unless we create the environment to do the right thing, we are going to continue to have all these deaths. It also talks about too much salt. Regardless of where you live, it's likely there's too much sodium in your diet. And I've certainly done blog posts and videos talking about sodium in the past. And again, it says nearly 90% of adults consume more than the recommended 2,300 milligrams, which is about a teaspoon of sodium a day. For those with high blood pressure, middle-aged and older adults, and African Americans, the daily limit should be lower, about 1,500 milligrams. And it says the salt shaker is really not to blame. Most of the salt is already in the food that we've purchased, whether it's in a processed food from a supermarket or a meal eaten in a restaurant. Now here's another interesting thing. Getting people to change their habits is extremely challenging. But healthy habits can be reinforced by the community, by friends, family, politicians, and hopefully they will evolve and have substantial benefits. You know, folks, from my perspective, the #1 way, the best way to change a habit is by changing your thoughts, changing your emotions, changing your behavior, and using self-hypnosis, using hypnotherapy to make that happen. And using hypnosis can actually be very easy. Give yourself suggestions, take yourself deeply relaxed. Or you can certainly have sessions with myself or other professional hypnotherapists. There's certainly some very quality hypnosis products online here at Hypnosis Health Info and at other sites such as Downloads for a Change. But it's products that you can use to help you to relax, to take yourself calm, and help you maintain a place of equanimity, a place of peacefulness and calm mind and calm spirit, calm emotion, so that as life throws its stressors, and it will, that how you respond is the real issue. And I've talked about that before as well. That instead of going, woe is me, ain't it awful, the milk spilt, you can focus on cleaning up the milk. And again, to me, it's all about hypnosis. It's about using visualization, using relaxation techniques to take yourself calm and relaxed, allowing your blood pressure to come down, allowing you to manage stress. And speaking of visualization, you know, the Olympics are on right now, and if you've been watching any of the downhill skiers and watching Brody or watching the skaters or watching Sean in the half pipe and all the other great Olympians, one of the things that they use is some form of hypnosis. You see them, and they'll even talk about sitting there visualizing their run through the half pipe, or their run down the mountain, or they picture and imagine themselves out there in the ice rink. And wow, those Canadians last night on the ice rink were absolutely phenomenal, and they absolutely deserve the gold medal. But it's amazing to watch them and how they use creative visualization, relaxation techniques, hypnosis, how they use those tools to focus on their success, to manage the stress, the tension that must be there when the world is watching them out there on the ice or on the slope or in the half pipe or whatever their event is. So put hypnosis to work for you. Whether you're skiing down a mountain or a half pipe or out on the dance floor, whether you're being a mom or a dad or trying to pay your bills or handle the job at work, whatever it is, manage your stress, manage your tension, allow yourself to be calm, allow yourself to be relaxed, handle the situation, and move on. And again, to me, it's all about you putting hypnosis to work. And here at Hypnosis Health Info, up there in that orange bar, is Self-Hypnosis. And you click on that, and the drop-down tabs, the first one is the light switch self-hypnosis technique, and it teaches you how to take yourself deeply relaxed and bring yourself back up. Next one down is written suggestions, tells you how to do written suggestions. The next one is power minutes, which are 1 to 4 minute MP3 recordings that you can download onto your MP3 player, your iPod, I have mine on my Droid, whatever device that you have. And then the final one is written suggestions, which are all the suggestions that I've ever used in a blog post, and you're welcome to use them word for word. They're there to stimulate your thinking on how you might word your own suggestions. But take control of your health, take control of your life, lower your blood pressure, allow yourself to relax, and focus on your health and wellness, and focus on having a calm, relaxing, and yet very productive day. I'm Roger Moore, and this is Hypnosis Health Info.